Hi everyone, this is Kiwi Chow Down, which we will be playing a few rounds of it. You need to feed your kiwi, you need to get your flock to outnumber your opponents, a bit of area control, and you need to take control of as many areas as possible in the island.
Yes, and so this is part of our Pocket Playthrough series. We'll be playing Kiwi Chow Down. This game is designed by Pepe Makba, published by Draco Studios and Detestable Games.
And this game plays 1 to 4 players. And hello, by the way, I'm Stella, and this is Tarrant from the Dice Tower. And let's get to the game. We're gonna do an overview, and then we are going to play the game while teaching you how it plays.
So this is Kiwi Chow Down. It's a game that it's a tactical area control, tactical war game, where kiwis are the soldiers. Kiwi fruits are the resources.
Yes.
And they're fighting over this island, which I guess we can only assume is
in
part
New Zealand.
of New Zealand. So
in Kiwi. The Kiwis. And are we Kiwis? We're not Kiwis.
it's full on Kiwi. So
Yes.
this is a tactical area control game. So we're going to play over 4 rounds. And in each round, we're going to use cards from our hands. We'll have a hand of 3 cards and a total deck of 9 that we'll be picking from, and we have the same deck each. And we'll be using those cards to take actions out here on the island. And it's a very low points game. You're really striving for key tactical benefits. At the end of each round, you get to use these domain markers to claim 1 hex that you dominate. And at the end of the last round, you can claim as many as you want. So you want to be claiming a few things as you go along, but then have as much spread and coverage at the end of the game as you can. You also want to be building nests, so these nests will give you some advantages as you place them on the island, and there's a few points for those. And there are these objectives here. These are end of round objectives. At the end of each round, we're going to evaluate these, and there's a handful of points on these as well. And everything I just said is going to be worth 1 point. So you're really fighting over those key tactical moments and advantages. So there's really 3 key actions that we'll find on these cards. There's move, lets you move 2 different kiwis on the island. This can include moving the special leader kiwi. We each have a leader. I've got this huge stick. My name is Chopin.
Mine is Scully.
Yeah.
Well, if you watch Brooklyn 99.
I'm sure
It's
this
a different Scully.
is a lot more competent
Yes.
than that one. But that can include using the leader's special ability. That's every kiwi is once per turn. The special kiwi is once per round. You flip that over and get it back next round. And you can also pay fruits of a certain colour to get extra movements. There is feeding your kiwis. That is this card here. So, sorry, let me rephrase that. Feeding kiwis. So feeding, you want to feed different colours of fruit, and it causes the kiwis to grow. And you take the extra tokens off here. You can see most of these are level 1 kiwis, but there are some level 2s. You can grow a kiwi and it becomes stronger, and then when it moves into a hex, it can start pushing other kiwis out. But if you feed a level 3 kiwi, it explodes. It can't go any bigger than that.
Yes.
It's removed from the board. It's going to push all the other kiwis around it. And that's something careful to watch out for, because you can feed your opponent's kiwis. You get benefits when you do that in the form of these domain tokens, but you also can try to drive them to explosion.
So, they're getting too powerful. They're level 3. Let's just feed another one and then kaboom.
Yes. These are level 3s, by the way, the leaders,
Yeah.
but they can't be fed. And then the third type of action is to build a nest. Nests cost either 2 or 3 matching fruit, and you have to put them in a hex where you have dominance and at least 2 strength worth of kiwis. And these will give you incomes at the start of each round. They'll give you some immediate benefits, and you can build up to the ones worth points. So I think that's most of the rules out of the way. So I think let's roll into it. The game is played over, each round is played over 4 phases. The first phase is income. We've already done that here. So at the start of the game, we have a turn order nest for first round. I got 5 fruit and 2 domain markers.
And I have 6 fruit and 2 domain markers.
So we just flip these over. They don't do anything for the rest of the game. And these domain markers, so these are face down. I'll just show you. We've got a bag of these, and each of them has one of the 4 terrain types on it.
And color.
Yes. So to claim a
Area.
put one of these down on a terrain, you have to have the matching token and dominance, meaning most Kiwi strength there. All right, so we're done with that. We'll go to the action phase, and we'll just have a quick look at what tactical objective we're facing this round. Most nests. So whoever has built the most nests out on the board at the end of the round will gain this card worth 1 point, and everyone else will get a domain marker.
The nests are these buildings.
Yes.
So all of them are different type of nests that will give you different power once you build them.
All right, so I've drawn 3 cards. I have 3 cards available in my hand. I'll always have 3 cards. I draw back up at the end of each turn.
So do I.
And I think it's only natural. The tactical objective is to have nests. And there's also, you need fruit to do a lot of the actions. So I'm going to start by building a fruit-bearing nest. So I'm going to take the build action. I only have 2 matching fruit overall, which is a little bit unlucky. That's all right. I will spend these 2 blue fruit. I put them back into the fruit bag. And I will build this nest. So it has to go on an area where I have at least 2 strength worth of kiwis and I have dominance. I have 5 strength worth here, where you have nothing, so I could build here. I have 2 strength here, but you also have 2, so I don't have dominance. I have 3 strength here, a level 2 and a level 1, and you have only 1, so I could build there if I wanted. But I will start back here at my, it's kind of like my home space. So I'll build that there. My immediate benefit is to gain 1 fruit.
And you cannot have your huts, your buildings destroyed by opponents. Once you stay, it's there. But it doesn't actually count towards this particular one anyway, towards your dominance. So it's just there.
Yep. Okay, so I gain an immediate fruit, and this will give me +2 fruit in every subsequent income phase. All right. Then I redraw back up to 3 cards, and it is your turn.
I think that's actually a sensible first move. So with the cards also, that you have to have that particular card, right? I don't actually have the building cards, but I'm going to show you what you can do if you don't have building card, which is this card. So this card is a wild action. So exactly, you choose one of those 3 different actions. So this is mine. I'm gonna just put it there.
It is actually a dual option, so you can either use it as a wild or in this case, draw 4 fruit.
Yeah. So in this case, I want to just do building. I'm going to do exactly the same. I will discard 2 of these fruits, and then I'm going to obviously flip that and then put it on the board. Yep. Thank you. And then the immediate action is to get 1 fruit. So I'm going to also build it here. I'm going to put one fruit here and discard the fruit that I just spent. And in income phase, I also get 2 fruits, and then I draw back to 3.
Yes.
That's it.
So neither of us now has the 3 matching fruit. We would need to build a second level nest of the same type. That said, you can always discard a domain marker as a fruit, but you want to try to score as many of these as possible. Without these, you can't claim the territories, and so you're giving up a potential point, which is quite a high cost in a very low point game.
It's true.
So we also need to look to make sure that I'll be able to complete one of these domain markers in this round. You can only do 1 per round, so it's good to get them down. So let's just have a quick look at which terrains I have. I want to make sure that I have dominance in a matching terrain.
And this is secret from your opponents.
Yes. So as you at home can see, I presently do not. So I want to take some movement actions to make sure I can control at least one of these types. So I'm going to take the movement action. And this will be it lets me do 2 movements. And I could do a relatively simple move. I'll do a simple move for the moment. I'm just going to bring these two. No, I'll bring these kiwis over here. So this one moved to here, and this one moved to here. Now I could do a third movement by spending 2 kiwis. In my case, they would have to be yellow or green. But I'm not going to do that at this point. That becomes very useful towards the end of the game when you're really trying to claim as many territories as possible. And do note that you do have a limit of 10 fruit that you can hold.
True.
And then, of course, I redraw another card.
All right, now it's my turn to show you what my markers are as well quickly. So you can see I want to gain dominance in one of these or both of them, ideally. So what I'm going to do is also moving. So my second action on the round is moving 2. The first one, I'm going to move this one. So this strength of 2 will move here. Now this does 2 things. It may or may not gives me more dominance in the area. Well,
Yep.
At the moment it is anyway.
Yep, so it's
And then
2 to 1 strength.
2
there
to 1
at the
strength.
moment.
And then because I'm moving here, I can push any kiwi that is less than my strength 1 tile away.
Yes, a maximum
One
of
step away.
2 pushes per
Maximum of 2. So in this case, there's only 1 there. I could push my own. I can push Tarrant. In this case, there's only 1. I push Tarrant, and I'm gonna put Tarrant away off the board.
Yes, so you can push to any adjacent hex, but from the boundary, this is an island, you can push off the board.
And
so
swimming.
this kiwi comes over to my supply, my reserve here.
Which you can put back on the board later. So now Tarrant has got 2 options. He can put kiwis when he fits the kiwi from here or from here.
Yep.
Or other effects as well that puts kiwi back on the board. So that is one movement.
Yes.
For the second movement, I am going to introduce my asymmetric power, which is Scully, sitting right here like da. I have to work now, boss. So now Scully's power is that with 1 movement action, I push Scully 1 way and then push every kiwi of any size from the hex I land to whatever I want. So all of them, not just 2. Then move every opposing leader 1 hex and push 1 kiwi of any size from the hex they landed on. So I'm going to just demonstrate this now.
Yes, so these leaders give you some really interesting tactical movement abilities to really make the board how you want it.
Yes, so I'm going to move here. Now I'm going to push Tarrant this way. And I'm going to push Tarrant this way also. And I'm going to push myself probably,
Yes. So you've consolidated me. I've got dominance here, but I'm very consolidated, which doesn't help me that much. And you've gained dominance up there.
Yes. And then the next one is to move opponent's leader, which is only 1, which is Tarrant's. So I'm going to move Tarrant's here, and then that will push this away, and it goes away again.
So I'm already quite down on inventory on the board. Strength.
All right, now it is your turn.
Yes, and you redraw. Now, unfortunately, as you can see from my hand, I simply don't have the ability now to build another nest, which is disappointing for this round's tactical challenge. So if Stella wants to claim that on the next turn, she'll be able to do that. So instead, what I'm going to do is look ahead to the subsequent round, where the objective is to have level 3 kiwis, as many of them on the board as you can. So I want to do some feeding. So I'm going to play my feeding card. I could turn this into a level 3 right away, but the risk is that it gets exploded before I have the chance to score with it. So what I'm going to do is build up a couple of level 2s, so I've got the ability to build up level 3s. So it's going to cost me 2 different fruit. I'll spend these ones in case I want to move with those. So 2 different fruit. I'm going to add to my own kiwi because it will help me with this objective. So I shall take this one, when you're adding new pieces to the board as kiwis, they come from this track. And as you go along, you'll start to unlock some immediate benefits. Not there yet, but I'm going to do that. And seeing that you've done something to gain dominance here, I'm going to pop my fed kiwi up on there, because then it takes away your dominance. I'm going to assume you've got greens that you're trying to score in here, and this may take it away from you.
Maybe, maybe not. We'll see, right?
Yep. All right, and then the benefit I get for feeding my own kiwi is 1 domain marker.
If you feed other players' kiwi, you get 2,
Yes.
but, you know.
Okay, so that is what it is for those of you at home. And I draw another card, and that's the end of my actions for this round.
So Tarrant is right about the building part. Now, if he knows that I was going to build, then you could build that anyway to level 3 if you want to. And then now I've got like, oh, do I want to fit your kiwi or do I want to build? Type of thing.
Yes.
But anyways, I am building. Tarrant is correct. So, and I do have the right card. And I will build. Now I don't have 3 of the similar fruits, so I will build this one, so you can build like that, but you do need to build from top to bottom of the same column. So I can build either this one or this one, but this will help me gaining dominance as well. So I will spend 2 of the same fruits, which is this one.
Yep.
And I'll flip it. So the bonus of this is that moving 1 kiwi.
Yes, and sorry, we should have flipped
That's
this
right,
one
yeah.
over when you took that action.
Thank you.
You can still move that leader, but you can't use the special movement again.
I'm going to build it here. This is where I have dominance, which is my leader is there, and at least 2 strengths, which it has.
Yes. So this particular nest counts as if there were 2 permanent level 1 kiwis of your colour there for future dominance and other purposes.
Yes. And then with the free move action, I will move here. Ta-da! So my leader has moved there. Now it's a strength of 3. It doesn't have the power anymore because I've used it this round. So, but this can push up to 2 kiwis of lower strength away. So I'm gonna bye, Tarrant.
I had not expected you to move
Sorry.
in this round. So that's,
But yeah, this is the type of action that you could do, or you can expect that happens in this game, I guess.
Yes. So that puts me, quite at a disadvantage.
Sorry, Tarrant.
It's all right. I left it open there.
Yes.
At least I did 1 feed, so I can continue to work my way up.
Well, if you actually fed that to 3, then probably I won't be able to do it.
That's true. And I should have considered that.
Yeah, that's all right. It's just to show what could happen in the game, right? All right, that is the end of the round.
That's the end of the actions phase of the round. So now we go to to this phase, and we look at this objective. You have 2 nests and I have 1. So you take this card, it'll be worth a point, and or we could, actually there are some victory point markers, so maybe we'll do it that way.
Yes.
You can count it simply with the card, or we can give you this little crown. But I get 1 domain marker.
Correct.
As it don't have to be a runner-up, it's just everyone else gets that 1 domain marker. So there we go, folks. Seeing something familiar?
I will put this away for now because so that it's not confusing that I've got this.
Yes. All right. And now we go to domain marking. So domain marking. Now, this is how this works. So I will get to, or we will both get to place 1 domain marker on a space we dominate. So if we see these, the only one of these that I dominate is this sand territory here. So I will, for the first time, reveal this to Stella, place it down in this territory, and take 1 token. In this case, it's preferable to take it from my supply because this is not a kiwi now. This is a dominance marker. You can take it from this track, but as you go further up, if you take the ones that have immediate abilities, you don't get those immediate abilities.
Yeah.
So I could take it from there, but actually, now that I think about it,
You can take it to unlock
I could
sooner.
take it from here, and because this is a nothing, it's going to unlock it sooner. So maybe I'll do that. Now I'll start getting immediates as I
It's actually,
feed some birds.
it's actually true. And then my turn. Out of these two, well, I will put this one up. So I can choose, this is the purple one, which is the mountain. I could either choose this one or that one. I'm going to choose this one. Right. So I have no choice. I take it from there. There you go.
Okay. So those will score us each 1 point at game's end. All right, so now we'll move on to the second round. And we go into nest income first. You become the first player, by the way. So I get nest income. I get 2 fruits. 1, 2.
And I get 2 fruits and feed 1 kiwi.
Yes. Strictly speaking, it's increasing the size of one of your kiwis. It doesn't count
true,
as
actually.
feeding per se.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has the same practical effect, which is, I guess, pretty useful for you leading into this 3 kiwi objective.
That's correct, but I have to be careful not to be pushed away by you. You know what? It's a risk. I'm going to put this here anyway, looking at that objective. And we need to just get ready for the next round. So we'll take our cards out, and these go to discard.
Yes.
We always have 3, so we draw before.
Yep. And you get your leader's special movement
Refresh.
back.
Yeah. Scully is now available.
All right, and you are the first player. So we move to actions. Take your action.
First action, I want to try to feed one of my own kiwis. So I need 2 of the similar things. Sorry, dissimilar things. Fruit, I should say. So these 2 go away. Now I pick one of my kiwis. I will take this one, and this will give me immediate 1 fruit. Please draw me 1 fruit, and I will put it there. So I'm gonna try to put it like we're doing overhead camera, but you can see it like so for the more than 1 stack kiwi.
Yep.
And that's it.
And then as reward, you gain 1
That's right.
domain.
Domain token. That's it. Thank you.
Now, with chasing level 3s, I really don't have the fruit combination that I need or want for this action. There's a couple of bonuses under here. So what I'm going to start with is this card here. And I'm going to use the other half of it, the second half of it. So I'm going to get 1 fruit, and I get to place 2 new level 1 kiwis on the board. Now, if we look once again at my domains, that's a representation of the sort of places I need to put it. So I shall take this one, place here. That's going to give me another free fruit. That is not the color I wanted.
Sorry, Tarrant.
And then I'm going to take this one and also place it here. And that's going to give me a free movement. And I'm going to get shovey. I'm going to move this one up here and shove you off.
That's okay. I probably deserve that. Shove your kiwis off.
Okay. And I draw another card.
Well, I could probably feed my kiwi right there because I have 3 dissimilar fruits here, sitting here, and that will help me with dominance. So I think I'm gonna do that. I was thinking of maybe building would be good, but no, instead I'm gonna feed kiwi because it's extra points for this round especially. So there you go, feed the kiwi, discard 3 of the dissimilar fruits, and I will get one of these, which gives me free movement as well. So I'm going to feed this one. So now it's 3 stack, and I will use that to move this. This is level 3.
Yes.
And you know what happened? Please move your
kiwis
kiwi.
get pushed off the board. Are you going to push them here? Push them here?
No. Here, thank you. To the water they go. I'm like very mean.
Yes. All right. Oh, this makes my life difficult.
Sorry.
So you have a 2-0 lead on this. So if I'm
That's
going
correct.
to deal with that, I have to explode all of them. And I'm going to almost spend everything I've got trying to make that happen.
That's probably a funny thing. She explode.
Yep.
Oh,
The other-
I think I forgot to gain one dominance token as well for feeding Kiwi.
Yep.
Okay.
And you flip your...
That's right. No,
no,
this
you
is
didn't
not.
use that.
No,
so
I didn't
yeah.
use that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. And of course, I draw the next card.
All right. I don't think I'm going to be able to... I don't think it's going to be worth my while to try to stop you here. So I will play a wild as a movement. That will give me 2 movements. And what I need to focus on is locking down one of my domain spaces so I can score. So I will use now my leader's special movement. So I'll flip this over. My leader moves 3 spaces exactly in a single direction and must push all of the kiwis in the intermediate location. So I will push yours up into here, which is probably not a very useful place for them. And for mine, I'm still worried about your leader's ability to shove all of my guys off. So I'm going to bring them up to here.
That's probably
give me
wise,
a little
Tarrant.
more flexibility.
Probably wise.
Okay, and then I have 1 additional movement, and I'll use that to bring this kiwi over here.
My last action this round is 2 movements, so I'm going to use Scully again. So I will go ahead and flip Scully. I will move Scully this way, and that will push you. Ha!
I am
Bye-bye.
really struggling with this
It's
one.
pretty feeble because it's only 1. And then I move Tarrant's leader that way. And then I'll just move it that way, and then this one is going this way. All right, my second move, I'm gonna move this one here and I'll put 2 things away. There you go. And draw back to 3 cards. Now I've got all the cards, so next time I will need to reshuffle my deck.
Yes.
This card, sorry.
All right, my last action is going to be to feed, and this time I'm going to feed you. I need to get some of this strength you have off the board. And so what I will do is spend 4 non-matching fruit. I'm going to have to spend 2 of my domain markers to make up the cost of that. But it's all right, because by feeding your kiwi, I'm going to get 2 domain markers back.
That's actually true.
Now, doing this doesn't let you take a kiwi token off your board. It just explodes a level 3 kiwi. And looking at how things are laid out on the board, I'm going to explode this one here. So all of these come off.
Yeah.
And I now have to push all of the kiwis that are in this territory here. So I'm going to push 1 over here to make sure you don't have dominance in mountains. And then I'm going to push this one up here and this one down here.
And then you draw
And
2
then I
dominant
draw
tokens.
2 domain tokens.
Dominant tokens, yep. And that's it.
Okay. And there we have it. That's the actions done. So you once again claim this one. You've got a level
1 level
3.
3, and you don't have any.
So you get 1 point.
Thank you.
I get to place 1 new kiwi down. So I'll take this one. I shall place it. There's nowhere else I can take away your dominance. I do have to place it where I have another kiwi. So I'll put it there. That gives me an immediate fruit.
Yes. And then
And now it's time for domain marking.
yay.
So you're now first player, so you get to mark a domain if you can.
So we're gonna end our pocket playthrough after this round. So I'm gonna just reveal all of them are purple. It's just like oh, purple, purple, purple. Lucky I pushed. This is also why I push your leader there. So to push mine there, although I have somebody there just in case because everything's purple, and I have this purple already. So I'm gonna just take one of the purples to go there and take one from my supply as my domain.
Yep, and in my case, I would take the sand one and mark that like so. All right, and then we would go to the next round. So we would play 4 rounds in that way. There's 2 more objectives to chase. You'll see that these cards, they don't all give you a point. This one here is worth, or these ones are worth +2 domain markers, so they can really help you build that up. And getting yourself into a position at the end of the 4th round where you control enough hexes to place as many of your remaining domain markers as possible is critical, because that's probably where about half of your points are going to come from. The game comes with a variety of these different leader cards.
Ooh.
Each of the minis has 2 potential cards that you can choose from. There's also a B side to the player board.
Let's have a look at the B side while you get the cards. So I'm going to show the B side of the player board. Here you go.
You can see here are some of the other leaders. We've got Zen, Chopin,
this one as well.
Berbis, Moscow. So these all have the sorts of roles that will, or the sorts of special powers that will give you this real tactical moments to strike across the board and really make things line up for your targets. There's also cards for solo mode. There's some extra modules that you can add in to add little extra tactical things that you can go for. And that is Kiwi Chow Down.
Hopefully you enjoy that. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time.